Hi everyone, my name is Bree and you are watching Blossom with Bree on YouTube. So today we are going to be talking about how I personally deal with anxiety. And this is something that's actually really hard for me. Like, I'm actually going through it as I'm filming this video right now. Like, I think this is my third take right now. Because it's hard for me to actually get my thoughts out without feeling anxious. So yeah, let's just talk about some of the things that I do to kind of alleviate this feeling of anxiety and then hopefully heal from it in the long run. So what I found is that anxiety is you putting yourself in a cage spiritually. You kind of let external factors, people, places, circumstances, and ideas affect your growth and kind of weigh you down and prevent you from expanding as a spirit. And ideally, you want to be able to expand as a spirit. You want to be, light, free, kind of like air. And if you let these external factors affect the internal, you're kind of putting yourself in a cage in a sense. So ideally what I'm trying to do is identify those factors and then kind of learn and heal from them. And it's not going to happen overnight. I understand that, but it's something that I'm definitely trying to implement in my life on a day-to-day basis, especially when I'm feeling these anxious emotions, I guess that would be the word for it. So another way I kind of look at my anxiety from, I guess, a more 3D sense of putting it would be kind of looking at myself like a laptop. Say I have 15 tabs open, I have my editing app open, I'm listening to music, and then I have Netflix going on at the same time. What's going to happen is that laptop is going to slow down and eventually crash. And that's how my mind is when I'm dealing with anxiety. So what I have to do is open that task manager, figure out what programs are important for that present moment, and then end everything that's not. If that makes sense. You're kind of just like having all this information being downloaded, I guess, into your mind, and you need to kind of like shit it out. I hope I'm making sense right now. So speaking of shitting stuff out, one of the ways I deal with anxiety, especially when I'm feeling really anxious for multiple days at a time, is I do a detox and I also do a fast. So during my fast period, one of my friends actually told me to take some lemon juice and some parsley, soak that in some water and drink that during that fast because it kind of flushes your system out. And you can also do a detox with dandelion and milk thistle as well, but I'll get into the herbs later in the video. Another thing that I like to do is meditate. Of course, it's really hard sometimes when you're on the verge of a panic attack. The last thing you want to do is just sit down and be alone with your thoughts, even though when you're meditating you're not supposed to have those thoughts, but when you're having a panic attack, there's a lot of thoughts. It's hard to control that. Well, for me, I don't have that type of control just yet. So definitely when I'm feeling more relaxed, I like to meditate, especially during that fasting period. Another thing is grounding. Grounding helps a lot. So when you're someone that's very anxious, so that can just be taking a walk outside, exercising. Exercising is actually one of my favorite things to do, which is really weird because most people don't look forward to it, but I love it. It makes me feel present. I feel like I have control over my circumstances in a sense, and I don't know, I feel like I'm taking care of my body in a healthy way, and I'm also releasing that pent up anxious energy, if that makes sense. I keep saying if that makes sense, but yeah. Another thing, self-care, so doing face masks, doing my hair, anything that just makes me feel good, that's grounding. I do that as well. Breathing exercises is also something that helps. There's this app that I use called Calm CALM, like calm, like to be calm. And they actually have a section just dedicated to breathing exercises. It has nice music, nice scenery, so definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in. But it does help me a lot. I actually need to use that tonight. So another thing I do is affirmations. So something that I changed from is saying my affirmations with the I am to a we are, and I'll get in that in another video. But yeah, so my affirmation for anxiety is no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And like I said, I'll get into the we are versus I am in another video if you guys are interested. But that kind of just helps calm me down for some reason. I mean, you guys can try it if you want to and see if it helps. Also, watching something funny on TV, listening to music you like, just doing something to make you feel good whenever you're feeling anxious helps out a lot. Anything to kind of like raise your vibration, I guess that's the way of saying it. Yeah. Also, something that I found that is really important is learning to forgive yourself. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so anxious, is because I feel like I just need to be perfect. And I feel like the world has these high standards for me, and if I don't meet these make-believe high standards, and like everything's gonna fall apart. So I had to learn to forgive myself at times, like, you know what? I'm not perfect at all, and it's okay. So one of the things that I recently found, I think it's called Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian prayer, I think, Ho'oponopono. I'll link a video down below that you guys can check out, but that's something I say on a daily basis. They actually have like meditations that gear towards that certain prayer, and yeah, I'll link some stuff down below for you guys to check it out. Also check out Teal Swan, Matt Kahn, and also Flight Boss Dolo, the pilot man. I hope I'm saying that right. If you're watching this, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Like I said about the whole anxiety thing. I don't think people give a fuck. I mean, yeah. Self-forgiveness though, very important for anxiety, I found. And if I find anything else, I'll do an update video too. So let's get into some of the supplements and herbs that help with anxiety. So one would be calcium and magnesium. That's gonna be a natural tranquilizer. Kyolic, liquid Kyolic with vitamin B1 B12 is great as well. You want to take same is going to be a natural antidepressant, and it also has calming effects as well. Vitamin C is going to support your immune system, and it's also really good for supporting the adrenal glands as well. Vitamin E fights off the free radicals, and both of those are really good if you have anxiety, because once, like, when your nervous system is like always on edge, if that makes sense, it kind of lowers your immune system. So it's good to kind of give yourself those supplements to help supplement that, for lack of better words. And then also zinc. Zinc is also really good as well. B complex, it also helps nervous system function. I was just talking about the nervous system. Take that. Iron. Iron is also really important, especially Floradix iron with Salus Haus. I hope that I'm saying that right. I'm gonna write that somewhere on the screen. Yeah. But all of those they help me, and I think you can actually go to the store and find supplements that have a little bit of all of that in there as well. So go to your local vitamin shop or supplement shop or whatever you call them. Maybe like a Whole Foods. Am I allowed to say that on here? Yeah. Go somewhere that might have that, or check Amazon. In terms of herbs, the herbs that would be really good for anxiety are milk thistle, chamomile, skullcap, passion fruit, St. John's wort, valerian. There's one more. ashwagandha, and bacopa. Now bacopa is also really good for learning and memory. So if you're someone who's in school or you have a job where you actually have to memorize a lot of information and it also involves like a lot of mental work versus physical work, I would definitely check out that herb because it may be beneficial to you. And I also want to say, if you're taking any type of medication or you have some type of ailment with your body, I would actually research all of these herbs and supplements to see if they're right for you, because it may not be right for everybody. I'm just talking about what works for me in this video. So I just want to put that out there. So let's get into crystals. Yeah, I was gonna like take them out, but then I was like, oh, I might drop all of these because that's happened before, and like I was super pissed off about that. Like, so I'm gonna put these back. Usually I keep them in my bra, but like, yeah, too much information, Brie. So rose quartz, agate, tourmaline, moonstone, carnelian, citrine, and let me see if I'm missing one, fluorite, peridot. Awesome crystals for anxiety. Now, when it comes to your diet, you want to make sure you are keeping your blood sugar pretty leveled. So I recommend just eating foods that come from the earth. Like when it comes to any type of ailment or illness, I always just recommend eating stuff that comes from the earth. You can't go wrong with that for the most part. You want to try to at least reduce or eliminate. But you know, we're human, so let's just try to reduce it. That would be processed sugar, alcohol. You want to try to limit caffeine as well, fried foods, just the stuff that you know you shouldn't be eating as often. You want to try to reduce that from your diet. Try eating small, frequent meals instead of 3 big meals during the day, because that actually helps keep your blood sugar leveled as well. So yeah, that's something that I actually do anyways for some reason. I don't like big meals. I kind of just like eating snacks throughout the day, and maybe that's why my anxiety isn't as bad anymore. But try it out. Let me know if that works for you. I always like your diet is pretty important when it comes to your mental health. You know, strong body, strong mind. Clean body, clean mind. Think of it that way. Yeah, whatever. Strong body, strong mind. Clean body, clean mind. Let's just roll with that. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff I do to help with my anxiety. I hope that this may help you, or if you know anybody that has anxiety, definitely send this their way. I would love to, you know, help somebody else who's in a similar situation as me. That's kind of what this YouTube is about. Just sharing my story and hoping that it helps somebody that's in a similar situation. So yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and yeah, that's about it. I'll be posting my next video when I feel like it. So that's why it's important to stay subscribed so you'll know when it happens. I think that's everything I need to add. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.